Okay, we're back here cooking with Sharon, and we've done a lot of different things for the ladies. You know, we need something for the guys. I know that you all know, the guys know how to grill, and maybe the ladies, you want to incorporate this into your regiment of cooking. But a lot of times when you're grilling outside, I'm going to give you a key little tip is that if you're making fish, specifically salmon, you should try to incorporate a cedar plank. And the purpose of that is to absorb the flavor, the smokiness of the cedar wood board. And you can get these wood boards almost anywhere. Amazon, of course. You can go to Walmart. They have them there. But as you see here, we have salmon. So unfortunately, I don't have a grill in here. But if you want to do a variation, a different version of an outdoor salmon grilled option, we're going to do it today. And so what I've already done is I've prepared our cedar board. And a lot of times it's good if you soak the board for about an hour or so in water. I added in just a little bit more liquid smoke just to enhance the flavor of the board. And hopefully that'll come into the actual piece of the fish. So we're going to prepare the fish or the salmon, and then we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to partially halfway cook it while we are preparing, and then we're going to prepare a brown sugar glaze. Now, some of you may be familiar with this. I've offered it before for one of our holiday specials, a brown sugar salmon. But it's just a little bit different today as I'm going to show you a different variation. So let's get started. So we have obviously our salmon here. What I'm going to do is go ahead and prepare our salmon and season it. I'm going to take some olive oil right here and just kind of like lather it a little bit. And then I'm going to I have a concoction that I put together. Let's see, some crushed red pepper, some salt, some brown sugar, some black pepper. And you can just do any type of seasoning. I just selected this because, of course, we're doing a brown sugar salmon. And so I wanted to season it up just a little bit before we actually put our glaze on. And this is how we're going to cook it. But you can use any type of seasonings at home. The base of your salmon is not as important as the actual glaze that we're going to make shortly. So you could use, for your regular seasoning, you can use garlic. You can use, regular garlic, salt, pepper, seasoned salt. Just regular old seasoning. So this is what we have here. Make sure you get the sides. And we're going to bake this, like I said, in the oven, probably on 350 for about 10 minutes. And like I said, that'll bake. And afterwards, we're going to finish it off and finish cooking it with our glaze that we're going to make here. So we'll put this off to the side. And the brown sugar glaze that we're going to start off with is I have Worcestershire sauce. I have soy sauce, and then this is actually coconut oil. So if you have any allergies to nuts, you don't necessarily have to use this coconut oil. You can use like a butter base if you wanted. You could use regular olive oil. You don't even need to put oil in here or this oil, but I only do it to enhance the flavor. So we're going to start off. We're going to put our coconut oil. Like I said, we have our soy sauce. I use low sodium, but you can use a regular. And then we have Worcestershire sauce. We're going to mix all these ingredients together. I also have garlic, granulated garlic here. And I have it on a low heat because in a minute I'm going to add in my brown sugar. And it'll melt down a little bit better for me. All right, so we don't need that. And then I have ginger. You could use fresh ginger if you wanted. Make sure your heat is low. Fresh grated ginger. I'm just going to put, because I didn't have any today, so I'm cheating, but this will work just as well. You have, I have ginger just seasoning. And then just a little bit of kick. We have crushed red pepper. I'm not going to put all of it in, but just a little. And then last but not least, I'm going to put in our brown sugar. And this is about 1/4 cup. And we're just going to mix everything in. So a lot of times that brown sugar glaze that you all may see at the store, or I think, like all these specialty stores like Wegmans, Whole Foods, they have everything all ready for you to go. A lot of times this is what it is. I mean, and then you're paying a premium when you can do it at home yourself. And it's going to be a lot better. Why? Because we're cooking with love. So our glaze is going to be almost done. I like to let it cook just a little to have it thicken up. And then I'm going to add in maybe, let's see, depends on how thick you want it. You see it's getting bubbly. We'll turn this down. That means it is doing what it's supposed to do. All right. So I'm going to let that sit. Our glaze is ready. I have here, this is going to be at the end for our garnish. And then, I wanted to add in just a tad bit. I don't have lime, fresh lime, so we have lime juice here. I'm just going to put in just a tad, a zest of lime juice. And so our brown sugar glaze is ready to go. So we're going to pop our salmon in the oven. Like I said, cook medium. Again, with salmon, you all, unless it's on the grill, you can kind of control it. But if it's in the oven, we don't want overcooked salmon. So medium temperature, which is, a well-done piece of salmon or fish is temped at 145 degrees. And we're going to make this medium. So it's going to have a pink center. And I know some people want it well done, but we don't want to dry it out. And then we're going to finish it off with our brown sugar glaze. That's why you want to cook it medium first, so we're not overcooking and drying it out. So we're going to pop in the oven, and we'll be back to glaze it up. All right, so we pulled our salmon out of the oven, and like I said, we cooked it medium, so it's not overcooked and dried out. We have our brown sugar glaze here, and we are going to finish it off with the glaze. And if you are outside grilling and you're doing this, that's fine. You can put it back on the grill for, about 5 minutes or so. If you have a broiler in your at home, the option to broil, you can put your oven on broil. Now be careful because you don't want everything to burn up. With broiling, that cooks pretty fast, but with the broiling with this glaze, it's going to make it a little crisp. And it's going to coat the salmon a little bit differently than just put it in a regular oven. We have a convection oven here, so unfortunately I can't broil right at the moment, but it's going to be just as good. So we have glazed our salmon, and we're just going to put it back. Like I said, if you're cooking on the grill, that's fine. Put it back on for about 5 minutes. If you're putting it back in just a regular oven, no worries. That's about 5-10 minutes. Just watch it. And high temperature. All right. And then we'll be done and ready to eat. Plate it up. All right. I'm super excited. Our salmon has come out the oven. We're ready to cut it, plate, and eat. So as you see, the glaze nicely cooked into our salmon, and we're just going to, like I said, plate it up, and we are going to be ready to eat. I've also put some spring onions. You can top it off with that, and then if you have some extra glaze, which I do, we will finish it off with the glaze. So done. Easy, simple, delicious. So as always, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for cooking with Sharon.